out to the fucking drop.
Hey, welcome back to the Basic Bitches. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Ben. Today we'll be talking about how to know if you are white trash. Which is basically everyone we know.
Pretty much. Like, if you saw a town, you would be very concerned.
Basically, everyone's either Muslim or white trash.
Which is very depressing.
It's fun growing up in this town.
Yay. Yeah, like, we go to the cities, which is like an hour and a half away from where we are. And it's like, everyone's so put together. And then we come back and we're like, oh. It's like, I forgot we lived with these people.
People think it's okay to walk around in their Goodwill sweatpants. Like that's dressing up.
Or hanging, like, your shirt in your back pocket.
That's normal. You don't need a shirt in public if you're chunky.
So we came up with our own list of, like, what makes you white trash. So, yeah.
So the first thing on the list is if you own anything camo, and I mean anything at all. Once I was hooking up with this guy, and, like, you know, you'd think that a gay guy would, like, be able to put himself together, right? And, like, I thought he was normal, and then I get in his pickup truck, and it's camo interior. We get back to his place, his sheets are camo, he has a rifle in his room, he has, like, you know, the deer antlers hanging on his wall, and I'm like, the fuck? You're 21 years old and gay, and you have all this shit? Like, just don't. So he is white trash.
My fiance owns camo, but he only uses it for hunting, which is the next thing on our list.
If you have ever eaten anything, you've killed yourself, you are white trash.
He's killed deer, and we've eaten it.
Deer is not food. If you're not starving to death, you have no reason to eat a deer.
Paco. No!
Bitch, I swear.
You were playing with Paco before.
But I didn't get distracted because I can focus on more than one thing. Unlike you.
But Paco, he dances.
No, Paco's dead now.
Paco's my stuffed penguin. So there you go.
We wrote a song about him. YouTube it.
Isn't it called Paco the Penguin?
Yeah, if you search that, I'm sure it'll be the first thing to come up.
So there you go. There's that. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, venison. So that's what.
Yeah, that's not edible.
Well, I've eaten it.
It's so gross. I can't.
It's spicy, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, because it's a deer that's in the woods.
One day I'm gonna give you a venison stick and you won't even know.
Yeah, I will.
And you'll like it.
I can tell the difference between venison and beef.
Well then. Well then.
You know it, true.
Alright, the next one is wanting / having a motorcycle.
Speaking of your fiance.
What do you want from me?
That on you, bitch.
His family goes to Sturgis every year. So there you go. On their motorcycle.
Not okay.
And we get shirts. So yeah. At least it ends there for that.
I don't approve. And I hate when people are like, oh, you need to watch out for motorcyclists. It's like, no. They're in my way. And if they get hit, that's their fault.
I always get anxious when I see a motorcycle. I'm like, please, like, go around me or something. Because I have fear that one day I will hit one and then I'll go to jail. And I can't do jail.
I think you'd be great in jail.
You would be probably better in jail than me.
I think you'd rise to the top by, like, eating out every girl's muff. No, you into that.
Yeah, let me go grab my little trash can and I'll be right back so I can, like, browse.
No, you into that.
I can't. I just can't.
Don't knock it till you try
it. I've heard horror stories from guys eating out girls and just hearing them, I'm like, hell no.
Well, you gotta talk to all your lesbian friends.
Okay. It's happening, I guess. Anyhow. Yeah, motorcycles. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, next one is, well, if you have a Confederate flag.
Oh my god.
Like, you would not believe how many people in this town have Confederate flags. Like
Which
on
is
the,
kind of fucked up.
especially since we're the furthest north you can be in this country, and they have a Confederate flag. I'm like, what are you trying to say? Like, you're not a Southern boy. Like, you live in
Okay,
Minnesota.
we have this guy in our town dress up as Superman. And it's not like a legit costume, it's just a shirt with the Superman like symbol, and he's like so chunky that like his gut is just protruding. It's nasty AF. And recently he's been like showing off the Confederate flag, and he just stands on the corner near DQ, and that's what he does all day. It's like the fuck. And then
Hmm.
he goes to our local like university and just holds the Confederate like flag every day.
And harasses students, so that's fun.
Well, isn't he like a child molester or
Yeah, he's
whatever?
like in and out of jail constantly. I know he's on the registry.
Which is kind of fucked up because like why would they let him go like near like DQ and shit like that when he's like a predator? Like,
Well, the only law is against being near like schools and parks. Otherwise, he can go wherever he wants.
I just can't even.
Mhm.
And then another thing I've had an interaction with regarding a Confederate flag was I was at McDonald's one day and I was talking about tattoos with my friend because she was going to go get a tattoo in like a week or so. And this guy's eavesdropping on her conversation. He's like, talking to me about tattoos and stuff. And he's like, yeah, my like uncle went to where was it? Uh I don't know, a tattoo shop near like a bunch of fast food places. And he wanted a Confederate flag, and they refused to do it because they said that's racist. And he's like, that's not racist at all. Like, who do they think they are for denying us the right to get a Confederate flag tattooed on our body? And my friend's just sitting there, like, trying really hard not to blow up on this guy. And I'm just feeling, like, super awkward. I'm like, yeah, totally. Like, I'm feeling you. That sucks, you know? It's like, this is so awkward. Can you, like, just stop talking to me? And then he talked to me about other shit, like about Starbucks and how they need to bring back the Irish cream, but that's another story in itself.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Hey.
Hey, we have really fucked up people in our town.
Mhm. That's how we roll.
Hmm. And then the next thing is shopping at the Walmart.
Yeah, if you shop at Walmart by choice, then you wet trash. Like, there's a Target in basically every town, so you have no excuse as to saying that you have to go to Walmart unless it's like past 10 o'clock.
Hmm.
Then I understand it. But otherwise, like, hell no, you should never choose to shop at Walmart.
I'm whatever about it.
Yeah, well, you're okay with those kind of people. I didn't grow up around that, so I'm
Hmm.
not good at being around poor people.
Well, I mean, like, it's convenient. It's, like, cheaper than Target. I see why people would prefer Walmart, but, I mean, like, if I need to get something, like, a luggage take, like, when we went to California, like, I'd probably go to Target before, not Target, Walmart, because I know it'll be cheap there. But if I were to buy, like, a movie or, like, food or whatever, I would prefer Target over Walmart. So there you go.
I find it sketchy when people buy produce at Walmart. I'm like, where do you think that came from?
My asshole.
Yeah, pretty much. Probably got smuggled across the border through someone's asshole.
Mm.
It's the only way they do it.
Mm-hmm. So
Mhm.
yeah. Mm-hmm. You feeling it? You feeling that asshole produce
I feel
in
like you'd
your
be into
asshole?
that.
You're the one with the weird food fetish.
No, that you.
You're the one that wants to have sex with a hamburger.
You're the one who makes sex noises every time you're around coffee.
You're the one that told me that you have sexual dreams about hamburgers.
That's just because I'm anorexic, so that would happen if you stopped eating too.
You're not anorexic because you eat like whenever you're around me. So
I
there you
only
go.
eat when I'm around you.
Then why do you tell me that you eat with your family then too?
I lie.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
You're lying about lying
Mm-mm.
because you want to be cool for the people, but they could care less.
No. They all know that I'm the cool one.
I swear, bish.
I'm a model. It's a hard life for me, but it's the one that God chose for me. So here I am.
Okay, and you're delusional, man.
You're delusional.
Okay, if you say so.
Anyway, so next thing is if you buy off-brand shit. Like if you go into the store and you can't afford to buy like actual Kellogg's cereal, there's something seriously wrong with you.
I've never bought off-brand shit, so I wouldn't know.
I know, right? Like it's sad when you see people have to buy like those huge bags of cereal. They're like, I can't even think of what is it like Tutti Fruities instead of Fruit Loops. And I'm just like, that's sad. You're poor.
Just you saying that reminds me of Shane Dawson. So you're kind of insulting him in a way, because that was his
he
life.
was poor.
Yeah, so in a way
his
you're
dad
insulting.
left him.
So in a way you're insulting Shane Dawson.
I
So
don't
if he
care.
ever hears this, he won't
Shane
want
Dawson's
you.
gone downhill. Like I stopped giving a shit about him like 3 years ago when he stopped doing his sketch shit.
Oh my god, he has a video up about rainbow macaroni and cheese.
He's pathetic now. Like he used to be so funny and entertaining, but now he's just like thirsty for views and like doing the least amount of work possible.
He went downhill, no offense to this or anything, but he kind of went downhill after he came out.
Well, I think it was before then. It's when he stopped posting on his main channel.
Yeah.
And like when he started to get like when he started his podcast, which was boring anyway, and like when he supposedly started getting all these deals that have like okay, I started watching him in probably like middle school. So
Same.
that was like what, like almost 10 years ago at this point.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Well, not yet, because 10 years ago for me would have been 5th grade. So like 8, let's just say. Okay, so I've been watching it for 8 years. Almost every year, he's always gone on his vlog thing and been like, oh, I just got this deal to get a TV show. Yet, he's never been on TV. Like, none of this shit has ever followed through. He's always saying, like, oh, I'm working on a TV project, and it doesn't do anything. And he's like, I'm working on a movie, and then it gets, like, released to Netflix only. And I'm like, why are you saying that you have all this shit going on when really you don't? You know? Like, is it just that he's making this all up? Like, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Or does he just not have the ability to follow through on anything?
Beats me.
I mean, I'm not trying to be shady. It's just that I think that he is a really funny person, but he's just not trying right now, and that's not cool.
Shade, no shade?
Yeah. Like, it's cool that he has all these book deals. Like, actually, I just got some coupons from Barnes & Noble, and his new book was advertised on there, which really surprised me, because I didn't think it
would be that.
I wouldn't think anyone would care, but...
Yeah. I'm kind of curious because of some things he mentioned that are in the book, but...
I mean, like, I'm all for people reading. Like, I think that's a really good thing, like, no matter what it is that they're reading. I just think...
No matter what they're reading?
Yeah. Like, I think it's good that people read. It's just that, like, I'm not about this, like, all these people that shouldn't be famous writing books and then people buying it. Like... Ugh, I can't even, like that Tyler Oakley guy or whatever his name is. Like, why does he have a book?
But you do know that in another podcast, you're judging people who read Jordan Sparks books or whatever they're called.
Jordan Sparks.
Or whatever.
Nicholas Sparks.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't read.
Well, no, because like I even said in that one too, I'm happy that people are reading because I think that's good for them.
But you said that doesn't
it's
count.
Trash.
You said that it didn't count.
Well, yeah, because it's a trash author. Like, if you read Nicholas Sparks, Stephen King, like, or any of these, like, YouTuber books, like, what the fuck? Like, it's not actual literature. It's not someone who's, like, actually smart enough to write an actual book with character development and, like, a whole plot. Like, because even like Shane Dawson's books, like he says, they're a collection of essays on his life, which is absolutely no thinking. I do a collection of essays on my life on my blog every day. Like, and it doesn't require me to actually think out a whole storyline with characters and all that shit. Like, memoirs are the easiest things to write. Because it's just what happened to you.
As you can see, he's very passionate about this.
I'm an English major, and I just see the decline of American society.
And I give no shits.
Yeah, well, you're a perfect example of the decline of American society.
The only thing I like reading is depressing true stories. That's the only thing that interests me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very rare to come by, so.
There's plenty of books out there, but you still wouldn't be interested.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I have better things to do.
Like watch Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Hey, you said you like Gossip Girl, so
I might
fuck
get
you.
into it. It's just that I don't have time to like watch Netflix all day.
I missed a spot on my leg.
Gross.
I hate that. Shaving sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Anyways,
Okay, maybe we should skip a few.
I
Because
do agree with the yard though. And yes, it has gotten too long
yeah,
because of your rant.
you brought it on. I wouldn't have ranted if it weren't for you.
Well, fuck you.
Anyway, okay, if
Yard.
you live in the South, you're white trash.
And you have a nasty ass yard. Okay, both combined.
Okay, well, I want to go a little bit more into the South thing. Basically, if you live in a state, okay, if we go with the geography of the United States, you're safe if you live on the West Coast, skip Montana, all that shit. Minnesota, Wisconsin, along the Great Lakes, you're safe again. East Coast down to about Maryland. Then you're fine. If you live in any other state and you're white, you're trash.
Again, I'm like, whatever.
I have not met a single person from any other state than the ones I just listed that were not complete trash, and I wanted nothing to do with them. I'm focusing on Iowa. They're the worst.
I'm trying to think. Have I been to Iowa? Where is Iowa?
Right below us.
Oh, yeah, I've never been there.
It's cornfields as far as you can see.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
And then if you like the yard thing bugs me so much because I've seen it, and my mother's house is a perfect example. Granted, well, actually, like if you have shit in your yard and you don't take care of it, and it looks like one of those like horror movie, like in a horror movie where you see that scary AF abandoned looking house where there's a bunch of shit in it and everything's overgrown.
And a huge dog that's like snarling at everyone that walks by.
And it says,
Beware of dog.
Yep, you're white trash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and if you live in a trailer park to top it off, too, and you have all that shit.
And you live in Texas.
Yeah.
Then you're definitely trash.
And then lastly, mudding in country music.
Muddin shouldn't even be a thing. There's actually a girl in our class, chunky, slightly retarded, dating my friend. Yeah, so she would always tell me, it's like, oh, I'm going out to my land to go mudding. And I'm like, the fuck?
There's
like,
a
who says
lot.
that?
Actually, you know what's funny? Okay, when we got our yearbook and we had to do that like little survey thing of like what the most popular music in our grade was, that was country. I was like, are you fucking serious? It's like, well, let's think about this. A lot of the people, especially guys in our grade, would talk about that kind of shit and thought it was fun.
And, like, we live in a city. Like, I feel like I need to make that clear. Like, you know, we have, like, close to 70,000 people in the place we live.
And that's how I can't comprehend how the fuck this would happen.
Like, you need to drive, like, a half hour out of town to get to farms. Like, it's not like it's right next to us, you know?
Exactly.
So, I don't know why so many people are into country shit.
And, like, they even, like, go to the extent of even, like, trying to dress up as, like, cowboys and wearing boots and shit. I'm like, the fuck?
Oh, yeah, another thing. If you think that denim can be dressy, you're trash.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. Jeans are not dressy. They're jeans.
Ugh, the pain.
Oh, who am I saying that at?
Yeah, that would be my future mother-in-law who suggested that for our wedding, the men should wear dress jeans and then a nice fancy like suit top thing. And I'm like, oh hell no. And
Yeah,
she
could
brought
you
up
see me in that?
hell no. And to top it off, she brought up camo too. That was a definite hell no too. All I could say, because I'm a nice person, is, oh, that's interesting, maybe.
I mean, no shade to your boo, but I would have broke up with him right after that conversation. No questions asked. I would just been like, nope, we're done. It's off.
The pain.
I could not marry into that family. I would kill myself.
Excuse you? That was weird. But yeah, when she brought that up, I'm like, please tell me this is a very cruel joke. Because no way in hell is that going to be in my wedding. Like, no.
No, classy. Shit, what's going on out there?
I don't know.
It sounds like a dump truck. You're gonna die.
Is it fireworks?
It makes sense, but probably not.
Creep.
Go, girl. Nice underwear.
Thank you.
We're both wearing white jean shorts today.
Mm-hmm. You didn't notice that?
I didn't.
Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what the source of that is. So that's pretty much the end of our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I hope y'all liked it.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
We have social media shit too.
Like blogs, and Twitter, and Insta, and
Me Vine.
Snapchat, and Vine, and Grindr.
Bitch, I swear.
Not saying, just saying. I'm DTF.
You know, if you aren't willing to show your face, they won't be able to find you on Grindr, right?
I'll show my bleached asshole.
How are they going to figure out it's you from your asshole versus
They should
face
be able
big?
to tell. Every asshole is like a snowflake. It's unique.
I can't. I can't.
Funny. No wonder why I'm everyone's favorite.
The logic, the pain.
I'm classy.
I'm gonna scream.
Get over yourself.
That is, ugh. That logic, I just, no.
Hey.
Anyways, we will be talking to you maybe in the next podcast if I haven't killed Ben yet.
Bye.
Bye.